BOAST-CAST, and this is Ryan and Adam coming at you. And if you just want to give a little introduction to who you are, Tom.
Yeah, hi, I'm Tom Thumb. I run the Nintendo Thumb channel on YouTube.
Awesome. Yeah, we love your content, and we just wanted to reach out to you because we thought we wanted to know more about you and just talk about what you like as far as gaming and all of this good stuff in general. So,
Yeah, cool.
to start off, what made you get into YouTube gaming? Was that something you've always been kind of attached to?
Well, I like YouTube a lot, and I've been a huge gamer since forever. I mean, I grew up in the 80s, and I've been playing video games all my life, you know. Um, but I don't know, I really wanted to try something different. I know there was a lot of YouTube channels out there that did commentary and that edited their content. I had a hard time finding channels that didn't do that when I looked for it, so I thought it would be a good idea to make a channel that did that.
Yeah, and that's where you stand out. It's like what's really unique about your channel compared to other people that kind of what you said, just do like the commentary as well as the gaming. Yours is more specific to just, and you carry that trend through video to video. So that's really cool.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, definitely. I love the content. When did you start on YouTube?
I'm sorry, what was that?
When did you start on YouTube?
I think I started right around 2014 or so. I had another channel previous to the one that I use now, and I was doing commentary, Let's Plays of indie games. It didn't turn out very well. I only had a few views, and I would spend like all day, working on videos, but it didn't work out very well. So then I started the Nintendo Thumb channel in 2015, and I had a strategy that I wanted to go with, which was, with no commentary and just recording as many good levels as I could.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, speaking of the Nintendo Thumb, where did that name come from? I was kind of curious where you got the idea for that name.
Well, I had heard about the phrase a long time ago. I guess I don't remember when I first heard it, but it's a medical injury, I guess coined in the 80s from playing too many Nintendo games. So I thought it made sense,
Yeah, definitely. That's really unique. I like that.
Ah, thanks.
Of course.
And have you just always been on YouTube specifically, or have you tried to do this in the past with like other platforms? Like, have you tried Twitch? Do you stream it all on there?
Oh, on Twitch? I haven't tried it. I don't know if I'm really interested in the whole live streaming thing. I mean, I don't think it would work very well for my kind of channel. I like to, I guess, aggregate, I think is the word for it. There's a lot of footage that gets deleted, and I choose specific things to get uploaded. And when you're doing live streaming, it kind of just all goes up there, and I like being picky about what gets uploaded.
No, definitely. We've been thinking about that as well. It's kind of a give and take type of thing. You want all your content to be perfect, and you really don't get that opportunity live streaming.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't really call it perfect or anything. I mean, I don't edit, and I get a lot of complaints about that, but I'm happy with the videos I make.
That's
we
really
enjoy
all
it.
that matters to me. Exactly. You got to love the content you're putting out, and it seems like you do, because you put out a lot of videos, right? How many per day?
Lately it's been about 12 to 20 videos per day.
Wow, one day. That's
like 1 an hour, basically. I mean, almost. That's crazy.
Almost. Well, when I started the channel in 2015, I started right when the game came out, and there was, I think, 8 million levels on the first day the game came out, so I knew there was tons for me to record.
Yeah.
And I started doing 24 videos a day. That's what I did for the first year.
So you just stuck to it, huh? So that was your, like, you wouldn't have anything under that. 24 was your par to make and nothing less, right?
Right. Yep. Yeah, I wanted to, well, the thing is, I really wanted to have something recent at all times. Because I had used Google before and, like, searched for things, and if you have something that's always new, then you show up in a lot of searches more often.
Yeah, definitely. So you think that's kind of what's helped your success is the amount of uploading that you do?
Oh yeah, I think so for sure. Yep.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, because 37,000 subscribers is quite a bit in just in a 2 year span, like you do, like you have done. So that's really.
Yeah, yeah, I'm happy with it. Yep.
Do you work with Nintendo specifically, or how did you get into just playing Mario rather than any other games?
Well, so like I said, I grew up in the 80s, and back then, Super Mario Brothers, that was just like my favorite game series, and it still is. Um, but then they made the 64 and the GameCube, and they didn't make any more side scrollers for a long time. So I was really missing out, and then when Mario Maker came out, it was like a great opportunity for me to finally play the game I wanted to. I mean, I play a lot of other games, but I really just wanted to play more Super Mario Brothers. Um,
Have you ever done anything with Nintendo specifically? Like, have they ever like contacted you because they've like enjoyed your content and like they like the publicity? Is it? Have you ever gotten any of those kind of like deals?
not really, but I mean, I am signed with the Nintendo Creators Program on the channel, so I do only show Nintendo footage on there as per the deal that is going on. But yeah, I don't know. They did contact me last year, but it was a little bit late. I had an invite to E3, but I mean, it didn't matter. I was too late, and they might just send those to everybody. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not getting those in the mail, so you got to be pretty exclusive. I feel like at least they paid some attention, you know.
Oh yeah, I mean, it was nice to be offered. I just
Yeah, the recognition is always good, you know, and it makes you feel like you're on the right track. So one of those things comes, and then eventually, hopefully, that attracts a lot more down the line whenever it comes to these kind of events and the video games, you know.
yeah, yep.
So do you always see yourself working with Nintendo games specifically? Do you ever see yourself doing like the commentary? Like, where do you see yourself going with this in like 2 to 5 year plan, if you even have that, or are you just kind of going day by day right now?
Well, actually, I plan on doing this for ever, basically. I don't think Super Mario Brothers really goes out of style exactly. Like, I think they're still gonna have fans for ever. And so if I've got content to show those people, then that's what I'll do. Because I mean, my passion is Super Mario Brothers, and I can't really get that anywhere else.
No, definitely, and to be able to share that with the public and share your skills, because you're way better than I would ever be.
Oh, thank you.
No, that's not a
Um,
that's a straight fact right there, my friend. Uh, do you what consoles do you play on usually?
Mostly Nintendo, but I had a PS3 and I had a PS2. Um, they were okay. I mean, they're fine to have, but they didn't really have all the games that I wanted to play. Like, I really like Katamari Damacy, and if they would have made more of those, I would totally have a PS4. But well, they stopped making them, and I'm just not really. I don't think I'm the clientele that they're pushing. I don't know. I don't see a lot of games that really interest me a whole lot on there, except for indie games. I like indie games a lot, but I seem to get a lot of those on the Switch and Nintendo lately. Yeah. Yep, I got a Switch.
How do you like the Switch being able to take that on the go? Can you live stream on the like not live stream, but can you screen record on the Switch and be able to have that content for whenever you're like out on like traveling and be able to take your business mobile basically?
Well, I can't really record it while I'm out. I mean, it's got like a record function, but it's only like 30 seconds, and I don't really think it's long enough to really do much with that. So I usually just record at home, but I do take the Switch with me when I'm out sometimes. But it's usually played at home more than anything.
Right. Yeah. So how do you do the screen recording feature? Is there a certain thing on certain software that you use to record the footage, or how do you go about doing that?
Well, I don't. I use a portable game capture device. That's how I started the Nintendo Thumb channel. I had a $50 game capture device I got on eBay from China, and it's brand new, but it's generic, and it just records what's on the TV. Well, I shouldn't say that. Sorry, let me try again. It records what's on the console from the HDMI, and then it puts another HDMI to the TV, and it just saves to a micro SD card. So I don't use the computer at all.
That's handy, actually. I like that. So
Oh yeah, it's made it pretty easy to
yeah, to
do
be
that.
able to share what you're doing. Do you have like a lot of friends that play it with you, or is it just kind of like a hobby that you are doing by yourself mainly?
I mean, I guess it's just me mostly. I mean, I've kind of moved around a bit, and my friends have moved around, so I don't really see people as often as I used to. But I mean, growing up, I used to play a lot of games with my friends too.
Yeah, so that's kind of where the passion came from. You always used to do it together, and then it kind of became like just your own thing.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, a lot of people, a lot of my friends, they got like kids and stuff and jobs, like regular jobs. So,
Is this your
Yeah.
is this your like primary job, or do you focus on other things as well?
nope, this is my job. Yep, this is it. I had a whole bunch of jobs before, and well, I was out of work for a long time, so I tried a few different things. Like I had an eBay thing I was doing for a while, and that was hard, but I don't know. I just wanted to try different things to try to make an income without working a regular job because I couldn't find any work, so started doing this.
You got
Yeah, you
it.
found something unique to do, which is cool. Like a lot of people can't say they played. Nowadays, it's kind of growing, but back in the day, a lot of people couldn't say they played video games for a job. You know?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, no, it feels good. I'm really glad to be doing it. Yeah, this is the best job. I mean, I don't know. I don't think there's anything else I'd rather do, really.
yeah, no kidding.
I'm just
Who gets
curious
to
because
say that?
sometimes you hear a lot about like Twitch streamers or like the new generation of gamers. They're kind of forced to play the same games because that's what the fans want to see.
Yeah.
Do you ever get bored of playing the same games, or is it something you still love to do even 2 years later?
Oh, I love it. I mean, I have ever since, like, forever. But the thing is, like on my channel, I'll show like a ton of Mario videos, but they're all pre-recorded, and I really get a lot of free time to do other stuff. But I got other games on the channel that I do show, like Splatoon 2 and oh, like the new Kirby. I try to play every Nintendo game when it comes out, and it gives me something else to do. But the real, all the views come from Mario Maker, though, pretty much.
And that's like that consistency is kind of like the trend that's been set on your channel. So that's kind of like what your fans expect, I assume.
Yeah, I think so. Yep.
Are there any YouTubers that you kind of gain inspiration from? Like, is there anybody that, what back in the day, whenever you thought about doing this, like you kind of got the inspiration to do it yourself, like through other YouTubers, or is there anybody that you currently watch that play video games online that you kind of just do with that in your free time as well? You kind of watch them to see what they're doing, so you can maybe implement that in your style, or are you like 100% genuine?
Well, I try not to copy from anybody, but, when I started the channel, I kind of saw some things out there that I thought, I could do that, or, I wanted to be as big as Game Explain, or I like Metal Jesus Rocks. He just plays retro games. But I don't really want to copy anybody's style. I feel like if they've already got a channel devoted to that, then, there's already an audience that knows where to go for it. I'd rather offer something you can't get anywhere else.
I like that, yeah. Is there anybody else who plays like the amount of Mario games as you do on YouTube that you know of, or like haven't met him yet?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I know there's a lot of other ones. I used to go to Kotaku a lot. Well, I still do, and I used to go to Joystick, the video game or website when it was open. yeah, I don't know. I've seen like a lot of different Mario Maker people playing, um, but it seems like everybody edits and everybody talks over the content, and I thought it was important to just try to preserve it, without anything over the stuff. Um, See, back in the day, I used to play Legend of the Red Dragon by Seth Abel Robinson. And this was before the internet. It was on the old BBS systems, and it was really great. I loved it. And it was all local and awesome. But anymore, the game's just, it might exist somewhere, but it's not the same. And if you hadn't recorded it or been there to see it yourself, it just doesn't exist anymore. So I want to record things that might not be around for long.
Yeah, I can appreciate that.
It kind of seems like you're keeping an old style of gaming alive in a sense too with your channel. I mean, like a lot of gamers now they're playing like the more recent games, the Fortnites, the PUBG, but like your channel is kind of a lot of old school games. I know you play Splatoon and stuff, but especially the Mario, like seems like it's kind of keeping alive a retro style of gaming that's not as relevant anymore as it used to be.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Yeah, I love it. I don't know, that's just my favorite kind of games. I mean, I like a lot of games. It's just there's only so much time, so I try to play the stuff that I know I like.
And that's the way to do it, so you don't get bored with it. It doesn't become a job because, like you said, it's something that you've always loved to do. And sometimes whenever you love to do something, that can become just so daunting in a task in itself. But that's cool that you just stay true to yourself and always done something that you've been genuine with and loved.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, yeah, I don't know. It's weird about Mario Maker because, you'd think I'd be really sick of it, but every time I play it, it's always some new level. It's never the same old thing, so haven't gotten bored yet.
Yeah, like you said, the first day it came out, there was, 8 million levels to it, so that's enough to keep you busy for a while. Yeah. How many are there now?
I have no idea. I don't know. They haven't really said, but that was like 2 years ago, so there's no telling. Really, I'm sure it's quite a lot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no
Are there any that
kidding.
stick out of your mind? Like any you couldn't beat? Like any really like difficult ones that like just they beat you?
Yeah, always lingered on your shoulders type of thing.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people playing the game that are way better than me, and they'll do all the Kaizo stuff, which is it's harder than I can handle. I usually try to play levels that are between 30% and 5% clear rate, just because I know that I can't usually pass a level if it's under 5% clear rate. And so, I'll go through and I'll bookmark these levels that are like maybe 1% or 3%, a little harder than what I can do, just because I want to be challenged, and if I can pass it, then that's awesome, and if I can't, I just delete the video.
Okay.
Yeah, so as far for the viewers that might not know, as far as your channel, do you only upload the videos where you do beat the level, or you don't even care? You upload it if it's just a fun level to play, even if you don't pass it.
Yeah, it's really funny. I had this other channel called Scrapyard Floor, and it was really just an experiment. I don't do anything with it anymore, but you would usually just delete all the files that where I couldn't pass it, but I decided to upload them all over there. And I got like 1,000 some videos, but yeah, I didn't get any views because nobody wants to watch a bunch of fails. I mean, I do fail, but I always get to the end eventually in the videos I show.
There you go. Yeah. Yeah, we have some of your videos up playing on the screen right now. It's kind of mesmerizing in a way. Yeah.
You just watch them. You get sucked into it. I can imagine people just watching a bunch of the videos. They spend a few hours, get lost in it.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah, because your watch time, like you have like almost 500 million. No, you have what, 50 million views on your channel? Is it
50 million? Yeah.
50 million? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. It's been going really good. I'm really happy. It's not really me either. I find levels that are well liked. They all have to have like a star. There's a star system on there, which sounds funny. When you pass a level, you can give a level a star, and that means somebody liked it. So when I'm putting together levels to play, they're always levels that I know other people already liked.
Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah. Gives you a little
Yeah.
bit more insight going into it, how the video is going to do eventually, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay,
And do you
awesome.
have fans at this point that are recommending levels for you to play, or is it mostly still you find the levels yourself?
Yeah,
The thing is, I mean, in my description, it always says that I don't take level requests, and the reason is I would do it. It's just I have to please the audience first, and so I know the levels I play using the bookmark page are well liked. Now, if I start playing random levels people send me, I don't know what the quality of those are, and I have to make sure the audience is happy.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
definitely. What's your engagement with the audience like? Do you try and go out of your way, or you just you just let it happen and just do your thing on top of the surface? Because I know like it's not necessary to engage with your audience through the YouTube platform, but I know some creators do. Where do you stand on that?
I get a lot of comments a day, so I don't respond to like all of them, but if somebody has a specific question for me, I try to answer it if I can. And and then a lot of creators too. I don't tell people I'm playing their levels. I just play them, and so they'll be like, "Oh, thanks for playing my level," and I'll say, "Hey, that was a great level." Um, I don't know. I try to respond when I can, but there's a lot of trolls too. So sometimes I'll respond, but it's usually just trolling. Like I don't know. I should probably just leave it alone, but I get bored. So
Yeah, it's definitely true. So just tell us a little bit more about like your future as far as gaming goes. Do you intend? 'Cause I know with Nintendo, you're kind of stuck with the Nintendo games. Do you intend to make a second channel playing some different kind of games, or are you really still just set on just playing Nintendo games for the foreseeable future?
Right.
I've thought about doing another channel for non-Nintendo games. It's kind of I don't know. I know it's probably not as complicated as it sounds, but I worry about copyright issues. With the Nintendo Creators Program, it's all like obvious what I can play. They have a specific list of games. But when you go outside of that, um, well, I don't know. I mean, I guess it's on a game by game basis. I feel pretty happy with Nintendo. I mean, there's other games I'd like to record sometimes, but I don't know. It feels like I've got so much work going on here with this. I don't even have time to really focus on something else.
Definitely, I feel
Have
you.
you seen any? I know a lot of people say there's been a lot of negative impacts with YouTube the last few years with their new rules and regulations. Have you felt that at all with your channel, or not too much because of the Nintendo program?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I've been really lucky. I mean, I don't know if it's luck or Nintendo. The thing is, their games aren't like super violent. You won't see like a bunch of killing like Call of Duty or whatever. And I don't talk, so there's no chance of me saying anything against. I don't know. I don't think the rules are as bad as all that. But, it's pretty easy just doing Mario. I mean, I don't really have much to worry about.
Yeah, so what you're saying is if you comply to the rules, then it's no issue, basically, right?
I'm sorry, what was that?
If you comply to the rules, there's really no issue then, you know?
Yeah, that's what I think. I just try to follow the rules as much as I can, and yeah, I don't think there's really much to worry about it as long as I do that.
No, yeah, I think you're off to a good journey with that as far
Yeah.
as that goes.
And I was
Nothing to
kind of
worry
curious
about.
too. Have you had anybody like anybody bigger, anybody famous, any other YouTubers like shout out your channel in the past? I
Yeah.
know it's a very specific channel, and maybe there's someone that's like found it super interesting. They wanted to shout it out, something like along those lines.
Well, I don't think so. I mean, I guess I don't know. When I started, there was a deal. I did a little co-op. Wait, that's not the right word. Co. Yeah, me and this other guy, he had another channel, and he would do this top 10 thing, and I would show the videos specifically. Um, but that was only like after like the first month or two of starting the channel, kind of before it got very big. I mean, it might have helped a little, but I don't really think it did that much.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, the amount of uploading you're doing, it's bound to happen anyways. Just like the amount of outreach with the amount of times you upload, it's just kind of destined to happen. It's just gonna end up in somebody's thoughts, and then if they watch, it's just gonna keep on going. It's just all following the algorithm that is YouTube.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's another thing too. When you put out so many videos, I don't know what the percentage is. I mean, I'm kind of just making this up, but if there was like a 1% chance that like a video gets like a big hit or whatever, well, if you put out 100 videos every week, then you're gonna have like a big hit, a big like one of those videos is gonna have like a lot of views.
I agree.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm curious, have you noticed like a time of day makes a big difference? Because I've noticed on your channel, there's some videos that end up with 1,000 views. Some of them, like randomly, would just have 8 views or have 10 views, like that one specific video. So is it just because of the time of day you're uploading, or do you think it's actually the title is making a big difference, or what do you think it is?
Yeah. What does that?
I mean, time of day is important. If you put videos out at night, it's not very good. I've heard around 2 to 4 is like the best time to put out videos. I don't know if that's Eastern or what, but I mean, at night things drop off pretty bad because most viewers are from the United States, and so most of them go to bed at night.
Yeah. No, that's really interesting.
Shoot. But I think the thumbnails are really important, and the titles too. I mean, I don't really think about it so much because I just go in order of the best ranked levels on there to play. I don't really think about it until the video goes live, and then I realize, oh, it's a meme or something, and here's a million people that are interested in this meme, and they found my video because of the name of it, which I wasn't even familiar with, until afterwards.
Is that one of your more popular videos that you noticed that with? Or was it a random one?
I mean, it always seems random to me until afterwards. Like, I don't know, I'm gonna sound like an idiot, but I hadn't heard of Undertale until I put out a video about Undertale, and it got, like, a ton of views. I mean, since that was a couple years ago, I mean, now I know what it is. It's just, boy, that was a really popular game, and, people are looking for that kind of thing, apparently.
Definitely.
Yeah, I got you almost 1 million views. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
250,000. That's...
Do you know what the most popular video on your channel is at the moment, or?
I did this video the other day. It was called, Do You Know the Way? It's some kind of Ugandan Knuckles thing. I don't know, but it got, like, a lot of views, and that came out, like, a month ago. Just kind of surprised me, because it's just a regular level as far as I knew when I played it.
That's wild.
So you actually didn't know the meme before you posted that video?
No, I didn't know. I didn't know, but apparently other people did. So
Have you seen the videos since? They're pretty funny. I mean, they're kind of oversaturated now, but they were funny for a while.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, I've heard a lot about it since then. It's just, I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of doing other things. I don't pay attention to all that necessarily.
Oh yeah, I agree. I agree at that.
Cool. Have you heard anything about, is Nintendo, from your knowledge, doing anything with the virtual reality, or are they not really going in that direction?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I hope so. It'd be neat if they did that maybe next gen, but I haven't heard anything. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like the Switch doesn't have a good enough resolution to do it, and it's kind of heavy.
Yeah, that does make
It's
sense.
kind of heavy, but
Yeah, hopefully in the future that would be really cool if they kind of utilize that technology and got more enveloped in it.
Yeah, it's definitely true.
Yeah.
In your personal gaming, do you play any VR or not? Any VR games or not really?
I tried out this archery thing that was on the Steam. I forget what they call it, but it was on the Vive.
Okay.
I just tried it at a golf place, like a putt-putt golf thing for like a few minutes. It was really cool, but yeah, I don't have that kind of setup here.
Yeah, 'cause I feel like the Mario Maker on VR would be pretty intense. You just drop in blocks and it just pops up on the screen. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I'd be down for that. All right, so we're kind of gonna wrap it up here. So for our final question, we just want to know a little bit more about what you have planned in the works for going forward, and what you're thinking of for your channel.
Yeah, what's next for you?
So I actually have been stockpiling videos on my hard drive, and so the Miiverse shut down. I don't know, a few months ago. Before that happened, I recorded as much as I could possibly record, and I'm gonna publish that for the next 50 years. I'm gonna space it out.
Wow, that's awesome. That's actually
Yeah, because that way I can retire or whatever. I mean, I don't plan on it, but, it's just nice to know that no matter what, there's new videos coming out.
no, yeah, definitely,
That's definitely true.
yeah. That's actually very smart.
But also, I mean, I'm going to keep playing, and I'm hoping for Mario Maker 2, or whatever they call it on the Switch. And then I'll go back up to 24 a day when that comes out.
There you go. Yeah, get some of that good some of those good views coming in for your channel. That'd be really cool. Yeah, and
So yeah, definitely, we're definitely looking forward to watching your progress and your channel. Hopefully, some day down the line, we can check in with you, see how your channel has been, see what progress you've made in the few months or however long it's been since we checked with you last. But
yeah,
definitely interesting to keep up with some of these channels and see how they grow, because it's always interesting to see.
yeah, we'll love to keep in touch, Tom. It's been a wonderful conversation.
All right, that sounds great.
Yeah, I really want to thank you for participating in our interview, and it's been really cool being able to get to know you and how you built your channel, because you got some definitely good tactics whenever it comes to this kind of stuff. So you're a smart guy, and I love what you do.
Oh, thanks a lot.
Of course,
Yeah, it was great
yeah.
talking to you guys. Thanks a lot.
All right, cool, Tom. Then we'll see you around.
All right, thanks. Have a good one.
All right, bye.
All right, bye.